Hello. Welcome to week 3 of Writing 121. I will confess that using my normal application to record these videos, I just created a great 19-minute long video that covered everything, and it failed because of a memory challenge in my system. So now I am using the YouTube Go Live feature because I presume they're saving it up in the sky. Or actually servers in Washington, Seattle, or I don't know, Northern California. But anyway, here we are. And because I've already gone through everything once, I know what to leave out. This is not going to be 19 minutes. I promise I'm going to take us directly to, our course. And all I'm doing is introducing everybody to week 3. So I hope, and I'm just happy with all of the interactions that I have had with folks, happy with what I'm seeing in the forums, and hoping that you all are enjoying our course. To things that I need to bring to your attention for weeks 3 and 4. The first is that week 4 is not a finished week. Those are just super relevant links for you right now because your final draft of paper number 1, which you have been working on since week 2 when you saw those guidelines, that paper is due Wednesday, October 21st. That's the final draft is due then next Wednesday. But prior to that, you have a lot of revising and editing to do, I presume. And week 3 is designed to help you with that. So we have a link at the top, which should be right under the link to this video, which says, each word makes a profound difference. It's just something funny. If you know the band REM, that should make you smile. Due Wednesday, there's another video for you to watch called Modeling Sentences. On that same day, due Wednesday, is the sentence combining and sentence length variation video, very short, but there will be a quiz on this. And then due Wednesday again, this is in week 3, there is a sentence combining quiz. So I hope that all of that helps you create the best paper that you can. There is a textbook PDF, a little bit of a textbook called So You've Got a Writing Assignment. And that should just help you parse the writing guidelines. Now, I assume my writing guidelines have been clear and that everybody has made great progress toward their first draft because on Thursday, you have a 1-page summary of the work that you've done with a Writing Center expert. Many of you have already seen this link in there and probably started figuring out how to access that. And actually somebody called me out and they're like, how do we do that? And I had to get into this document here where that assignment, about the 1-page summary of the work you did with the Writing Center expert. And I literally had to notice that in Moodle, when I make these assignments sometimes, I'll put in a link, but unless I write link here in all big letters, you can't see the link. It's not like a normal website where if you make a link on a normal HTML website, it turns blue or it somehow allows people to know that. So the first link that you need to have written your first draft, that essay, those are assignment guidelines, link there. And then number 2, I'm going to do some editing. You then will then schedule a visit. You will then schedule a visit. I have too many thens. Okay. You then will then. Well, I don't know, this process analysis. Got to get that in there. But by the time you see it, I hope that I have corrected that. And also everybody should know everybody has to edit. Everybody has to revise, especially me. You then will then schedule a visit with our Writing Center. And again, there's a link here. But that link here means that I actually looked at that sentence twice because I had to add that because somebody called up and they were like, how do we contact the Writing Center? And I was like, there's a link. They were like, I don't see a link. And then I was like, golly, I now know why you don't see a link. So there's the link to the Writing Center, and that'll help you create that appointment. And don't wait until Thursday to do it. A ton of you are going to do that. And there are many Writing 121 classes. Many of those have papers coming due. So do finish your first draft early, maybe Monday. I don't know. but you'll get it done as you can get it done. And then by Thursday, you will have already had your visit. So you'll just write this one-page summary of what that visit was like. And I give you some questions here to help you talk to that writing expert at the writing center via Zoom or however you're going to do it. But you may likely have questions in mind. Ask those questions that you already have in mind about your draft. But if you're thinking of questions to discuss regarding your paper, here are some suggestions. How clear do you feel my message and my purpose is? How well can you identify the audience I'm hoping to reach? How engaging do you find my opening or introduction? How clear are my examples, anecdotes, descriptions? How clear are my transitions? And then there's a link there in this document. Anyway, you will see all of these questions in this due Thursday, October 15, one-page summary. And that's a deal. This is worth points, so it's serious, and it is due on that day before midnight. I see the hour there that it's due, 23:59. That means that I'm relatively serious. You'll notice that sometimes I don't put these electronic deadlines, and that gives you flexibility on smaller reading assignments. Oh, I wasn't able to read it on a Monday. Oh, I read it on Tuesday. I hope Chris doesn't know. No, I don't know. And if I don't put a due date, that's because I don't want to know. I know your life is busy. My life is busy, but also deadlines are important. So if we miss them, our grade drops. So that can affect our contract. So do pay attention to those ones that have the due date specified in sort of that computer technological way where it says due date. To be honest, I don't know what the assignments look like when I don't click a due date. And sometimes I don't. Often, and some of those are for points. But this one I did click a due date, and that means, get her done. Get her done. And the next most important one, this is worth 200 points. So huge, right? And that's due in week 4, and that's due Wednesday, October 21. And then I literally write for 200 points because I know people need that reminder. I really believe that. So that's where you're going to upload this draft that you have worked with experts at the Writing Center on. And I have a forum here. And to be honest, listen, you know that my course is kind of a refugee of coronavirus, COVID-19, and it has had to move because it doesn't live in a classroom anymore where I can break you into groups and I wander around. Oh, so much praise. I can't tell you how much praise and uplift. Do you feel the uplift? You should feel uplifted right now. But anyway, that's how my days of doing sort of, feedback and peer review groups, those are very uplifting experiences in my face-to-face. And I am trying to create a forum here where you guys will create that for yourselves. Because I'm new to creating 121 online and making sure to give you opportunities where you can work with one another. This is how I have created that. Now, some people, I know, I hate to work with people. I don't want anybody to know my thing. I can't police how we all interact. And so you'll notice that I've written these guidelines sort of as an appeal, really, to that part of us that wants to be helpful. Because some of us may feel very confident and I don't need you, I don't need you to read that. That's fine. And that's great. And I hope that that's a person who is contracted for the A. But also I have stipulated in that whole contract for the A that we do be helpful to people. So that means every contract choice person should be sharing the link to their document as described in these guidelines here for this due Monday, use this form. And that's due Monday, week 14. So now I just have to glance and make sure. Yes, the October 19 week, which week 14. Did I say week 14? I meant week 4. There is no week 14. All right, due Monday. Use this forum to connect with a student in this course to share your draft with. Purpose. I know we all have visited with an expert in the Writing Center. Many of us likely had 2 or more visits with experts in the Writing Center. That's me being optimistic and trying to really underscore, yes, go to the Writing Center. They love to see you. You will get used to dealing with them and perhaps find a favorite person to work with. that having been said, we need to also work with one another in the course. So it's just kind of part of how we do it. Skills editing revision. Please post a discussion here that is about your paper. And please pardon me for using all caps, but I don't know. I suppose maybe I could figure out how to use the bold. All caps is non-academic, but I do it just to catch your eye and make and emphasize. Forgive me. It's not perfect modeling, but I hope it gets the job done. What are you doing? What you are doing here is writing about what is most interesting about your paper. And of course, I am trying to underscore that we write so that people will read these. We want all of my examples, I hope, have been interesting to you. I want your writing to be interesting to you primarily. I want you to enjoy it. You know what I say to my students when we're in class together? Look, we're in class together. I say, I want you to write a draft that you feel so proud of. You leave it on your coffee table, and when your friends pick it up, they're like, wow. That's the winning move right there. They're like, wow, did you write that? That's incredible. Yeah, that's what we're aiming after. Now, the way we get there is by working with writers experts in the Writing Center, and by working with one another. And again, this Due Monday, use this forum to connect with students in this course. That's how you do it. So I've got some suggestions and examples, and that's it. So we've got week 3. I'll go right back to just week 3. I'll do a little summary of what I've done. Come in way under 19 minutes, I hope. So today's October 10th. Monday is October 12th. This video should be, by that time, at the top of your listing of links. You'll get in there, and you will see that just all of the assignments that we have, hopefully, obviously leaving you time to work on this first draft that needs to be done well before Thursday, because Thursday is the deadline. Midnight's the deadline for you to upload a summary of the work that you did. And by summary, I mean the kinds of questions that you asked. What sort of help did you get? I'm looking for like a page. Actually, I bet you, anyway, well, I wasn't thinking about this, but just to say, and just to kind of keep in line, I would say students contracting for the C grade on this one. And, they do, those students, look out, because you can get through much faster here, hopefully. So anyway, I'm looking for at least a half a page description of that interaction from students contracting for the C, and then students contracting for the B. How about 3/4? And then obviously for the students contracting for the A, just a whole page, be descriptive. It's practice, practice, practice. That's where it comes from. You're going to improve a lot, and everybody should want to improve. And again, I have just done this contract method to help, so that we feel comfortable. If we feel overwhelmed, we can just go, it's going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, and it will. So, because there are assignments that people looking for that, smoother progress through, there are links that people, that they're not seeing. So I think that's it. Oh, and then I've got these 2 links for week 4 set up. And again, one of those is that 200-point final draft of the paper. As always, I love hearing from you. I thank you for the texts and your kind remarks and your questions. So now let's see if I can find my live streaming tab. I found it. What? And there's a button here that says end stream at 13 minutes. I think so. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the middle.